at most for those buildings, since they've been maintained in like a proper sense. So yeah, but so that's a retroactive point in conversation there. Continuing on, we Jace, and Genevieve return back to the temple. Say you guys are out for around an hour. Enough time for certainly. That puts at took you guys like 30 minutes for the day to go to town and come back, and you guys will walk there and stuff like that. So it puts the time at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, we'll say. So sundown's within the hour, or at the end of this hour, I suppose. You guys, as you come back, you guys are waiting there for like 10 minutes, relaying your information to the rest of the group, and then it's at this point. Excuse me, burps from all this monster. It's at this point that Alas Ramafti comes back. He is followed by two people, two women. They don't look. One of them looks a bit more on speed with Ramafti, which is to say she's a bit more casually dressed in the sense of she's not wearing armor and stuff. The other one, not so much. She looks, she looks in similar gear as Avdulayev. So yeah. Ramafti introduces them in turn as, and I will type it. So the more casually dressed one, she's probably late 20s, so I guess close to some of your guys' age. I think Genevieve is like 27, so close to Genevieve's age. And the other one, I'll type his names. Actually, wait, no, I just realized that has a pun in it, and you guys are going to make that pun. Nope, not doing it.
I mean, it can't be worse than Wise.
Oh, come on.
Her name was Salinka, like Celine, but it has slink in it, and they worship the pin serpent. So I was like, they're going to make a snake joke of that somewhere. I don't trust that. So yeah, I'm going to snake. Okay, there you go. Ruslana. So, Milda and Ruslana. So yeah.
Milda the
Milda
armored one?
No, Milda's the more like casual dressed one. She's just dressed in ankle length attire, dress, etc. Has like an apron. It does seem like she's a bit more matronly, if that makes sense. Like she's in charge of like maintaining house or whatever, or I guess in this case fishing, because it does seem like fishing is probably a huge part of this culture. Surprise, surprise. You live on a lake.
Really?
Yeah, Ruslana on the other hand is armored. It looks like she was about to get off duty because she doesn't have all her armor on. Like just bits and pieces that you saw, your buddy Avdeyev have, but she doesn't have. So
she just got dragged along.
You got voluntold. Yeah. He introduces you to them in turn, and out again, these two ladies will be your liaisons. Liaisons. But in the meantime, within the hour, like the two of them facilitate the distribution of the feast that is for you guys and stuff like that. Going around the town itself is going to have their own things, but it's not like you guys are going to be eating in like the same central hall or something.
We're not invited.
Well, you guys are guests of honor. Yeah. It's like an Avatar Last Airbender, right? Anyway, so what do they serve at this feast? What did you guys are curious about the chickens and the pigs and etc. Well, three of you were.
They sell only sushi.
No, well, you guys already know one thing that they serve. They serve that shumai, the yamcha like little thing. They refer to it as lake buns. Or at least that's how Ramafti translates it in common. If you're curious about the video, here you go. Just in case you're curious and you want to get hungry with me, there you go. Yum. What goes into a shumai? Pork, shrimp, green onions.
Deliciousness.
Spices, all in a wonton wrapper, and they're topped with different things. Sometimes a bit of carrot, sometimes a bit of salmon roe. Who knows? Assuming this place is like some sort of like fish egg or something like that. What else do they serve? I have a list here. a couple things here. They serve a crawfish feast, like Southern style, Cajun style, which is, if you never see a crawfish feast, they literally just get a bunch of newspapers, boil up hundreds of crawfish, and lay them out on the newspapers, and then that's it. Just dig in. As
do
well
the
as
same thing.
Nice. Well, I guess it's a common way to serve it, as well as something called langoustines, which are basically lobsters mixed with shrimp, mixed with prawns. They're really weird looking, but they're pretty cool.
Cocktail of goodness.
Yep.
It's because that they're big. They're because you know how a shrimp is supposed to look. Yeah, here's a picture of some langoustines. Although they're supposed to have bigger claws in that. I guess this is a different species of langoustines. But yeah, assorted seafood. There is a couple of chickens before you ask. There are some roasted rotisserie chickens. Spice-wise, they are spiced, so don't think that this is bland as fuck. They got salt, they got pepper, and they got other spices. Welcome to the Twins, huh? What is that? Loading? Yeah!
Crawfish.
Yeah. So yeah, they serve you guys a proper feast. And nothing seems suspicious about amount eaten and stuff like that.
Now roll a con save.
That would be very funny.
That seems suspicious. Now die. Anyways.
So yeah, if there's nothing else you guys want to do, either talking with your two new liaisons or during the feast or whatever, I'm gonna fast forward through it.
Sounds good.
All right. So after the feast I imagine some of you are still eating, like finishing out the last bits of crawfish. Someone gets the last siumai, the last lake bun, or whatever. Ramafti comes into he didn't eat with you guys, it's very much like you guys are just left to your own devices. He eventually comes back, and then he wants to, true to his word, talk with you guys about, for lack of better terms, the quest that he wants to do.
I
So-
figured out how to say the things.
It's basically he has to go back to the book he has and get words that he isn't familiar with, and then sort of layman's terms it down for you guys. Well, here, let me just have him tell you. So, actually, I'll need this one. Need the map.
I thought we were getting a book to have a prop.
Nah, I don't need a book for this. But yeah, so, the reason I cannot help you, dusk man,
Dusky dusk man.
dusk, is because my power is derived from Lake, and Lake right now is tainted.
What happened to it?
I do not know. I know it comes from Southern River. I have walked the shores. I have seen the river. I've tasted the corruption. It is tainted lake power, and it has also made a couple of townsfolk sick. So, to help me and to help you, if you can help restore lake, I can restore strength.
I'll have to ask my friends.
Well, he's not talking to you one
Oh
on
my
one.
god, yeah, sorry.
This is at the dinner table. Fucking Genevieve has a shumai on a single chopstick, like a white person eating
Just
Asian
stab
food
it
and doesn't
into
know how
the
to use
thing.
chopsticks. Yeah, it's just stab it into the fucking thing. And she's just doing that.
Can Jace attempt to teach her how to use it properly, or does she just not care?
She knows.
Ah.
In the words of Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender, I know all that fancy stuff. I just choose not to do it. Yeah, it's Genevieve.
Simple. Do we have a fork she can use?
No.
Okay, perfect.
Which they don't there's not very much utensils for this anyways.
It's finger
For
food.
this is for the most part, this is all finger food. I guess the only difference is a shumai, which might be too hot to eat. But I guess the same except for the crawfish, which are freshly boiled, so never mind. Anyways, so yeah, you guys just finish off the last bits of food, finish off the meat that they given you, etc., etc. This true because Fred brought it up earlier. We're gonna say it's a blackberry mead.
Yeah, for this kind of area, that'd be easy enough to get.
Food is basically whatever YouTube video I watch at 3 a.m. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And then drink
Yeah.
alcohol is, yeah, what did we talk about today?
Oh.
Blackberries.
That's how
hit it.
that stuff gets decided. So yeah. You guys are at the dinner table and Ramafti is telling you guys about this corruptions taint. That is, it's not. He doesn't say like it's not like the entire lake is like super evil or whatever. Now it's just a matter of like, it's like adding a few drops of bleach to like a bucket of water. You still shouldn't drink it, even if it might be just like diluted. You still shouldn't.
Bleach is just mostly water, and you're mostly water.
Yeah, that's why you just inject it into your veins.
Exactly. Anyways.
But yeah, that's essentially what it is. Like it only affected a couple of times people, and it's only just made them like a bit sick. And he's like he's treating the symptoms of it. He's already treated the symptoms for these people, but he had to just find the source, so he doesn't have to keep doing it.
So he said southern side. Does he?
It's the Southern River. He said that
The
is
Southern
like
River.
the
Do you
lead in
have
for
an
this.
inkling of what might be the cause?
He shakes his head. Many dark things in the woods.
Mhm.
He gestures at dusk. You know this.
I do indeed.
That he does.
How long has this been occurring?
First person got sick 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Second person 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
No one else. I've told people to be extra careful of water, so no one has had any strong bad stuff happen yet. But I wonder if it will build up.
Mhm.
Well, if you people are sick and our friend here is sick in a way, I suppose equal for equal, as you said before.
Again, help me, help you. I cannot help you until you help me. Then I will gladly help you. I do not know what it is, though.
At least we can find out. Look to the party.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You with it?
He nods. It is sundown already, so stay the night. Leave tomorrow, day after. Recover, then go. At own speed.
Do you potentially have anything that could assist our ally, at least temporarily, to keep him alive for the most part?
He shakes his head.
Garth's trying to think of fucking spells and shit that I can use.
I am Allah, not miracle worker.
In the
Perfectly
interim,
understandable.
is there anything we can provide you right now that would be of aid?
I do not know what you have. You are the first people I really come across other than one man who looks almost like us. Town thought he was Devra's drifter. Not Hakim man.
Oh, we are a varied bunch.
He says this like he looks from you over to Dusk, over to over to all these ears. I can see.
Our skills are just as varied, and I will mage hand the goblet that I'm drinking from and take a sip.
Look there.
Might I go see the afflicted individuals?
Well, the afflicted are recovering. They're just feverish. Nothing particularly.
Nothing to help that along besides rest.
Rest in medicine, which I have already given the second.
Would out of game. Would protection from poison be applicable here, or is it just purely like these guys would probably just need to take a rest for a while?
It's not really poison.
That's what I figured. It didn't really sound like it.
It's like sort of like disease, I guess. Is probably the closer way. It's like it's a biological agent, but it's not meant to poison. It's more of like a bacteria, you know. So it's more akin to disease.
Well, shame I didn't go paladin instead. Okay.
Paladin can't do that. Paladin don't make
Lay on hands, they can. I think they can just cure diseases with lay on hands, can't they? At their like second level.
Whatever. Nonetheless,
Either way, I can't do it.
you have any more questions for Mafti?
Could I use prestidigitation to clean some of their water? Would that work?
I don't know. I want to say no because I'm pretty sure there's a purify water spell that does that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
it would sort of defeat the
Isn't that
purpose of that
more-
spell if prestidigitation can do it.
Yeah. 'Cause that's more just cleaning clothing, really, isn't it? More than.
Clean or soil.
Yeah.
It also does other things than that, but everyone just uses it as basically like a walking laundromat.
Yeah, it doesn't say you can clean water. It just says you can
Yeah.
chill, warm, or flavor it. But it doesn't actually say clean it up with like parasite bacteria or whatever.
Well, wasn't there that one time Eminius cleaned a dead body?
Yeah, it can clean or
Wait.
soil an object, but it doesn't say purify water in that sense. Yeah, I see the logic.
Purify
Yeah,
food.
okay.
It's a first level transmutation spell.
It's restoration.
Makes a lot of sense.
Oh wait,
Never mind.
creature can either end one disease. Oh, let's restoration. Well, I don't have that prepared, but like in the morning, he could assist with that.
That's up to you.
If we'd be waiting to.
It still doesn't fix the quest though. Like it's
Yeah,
just
but it's a kind
it's
gesture
treating the
to help.
symptoms, which he already did.
Okay, fine.
So if you gave the choice to Ramafti, he'd rather you guys find the source than help treat people. He's the Allus. It's part of his job. That being said, he doesn't want to leave the town by himself to go fix the problem, because that's
Very responsible.
that's how you die in the Mire Vales, when you go out into the woods looking for something. It's like going into a horror movie. You don't go looking for shit. You go home.
You immediately get the fuck out of Dodge. Then you get the fucking Living Dead situation where the bridge turns into like a giant metal hand or whatever the fuck happened there.
Never watch it, and from the sounds of how not great it is, never will. So,
It wasn't awful, it was only mildly atrocious.
whatever. So, yeah. Any other questions you guys have for Mafti?
I don't particularly think of anything.
No, I can't think of anything
Have you managed to figure out what the essence of this corruption is? What manner of corruption is it?
Curse. Not like him. Like. He looks around, goes to one of the tables that has like the fruit and stuff on it. He grabs like, I don't know, 2 mangoes. I don't fucking know. He grabs 2 mangoes. He comes back and he dips like one of the mangoes in like the crawfish like fluid that just sort of has been accumulating there from how
Fluid.
yeah, this
Much.
it's water as well as like the visceral material in it. He just sort of dips, like just washes it around in that. I will clean this later, don't worry. So if this is good spirit, like in you, in me, and this is cursed spirit, and he holds up the crawfish mango. What a weird sentence. It's like dripping, and he points it out like the dripping. This is source. So Normal, cursed leftover. Is leftover making way down river. So
Thought
there's
that's something
something
that's
cursed up river.
Do you have any information that would help us identify this cursed creature?
He shakes his head. If I knew what it is, probably would have solved already. I can tell you roughly, if you follow river, how it looks. Region. Land.
That would be brilliant.
He describes to you guys, if you guys follow like basically parallel to the river itself. Most of it in this, just the general vicinity of the town is cleared tree line and stuff like that. But as you go deeper and deeper in and up, keyword up, because there's a slope there, it does become thick again. Nothing super unfamiliar to you guys, but it just means that he describes landmarks and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, there's a series of standing stones here, etc., etc. Oh, there's a tree here which has initials on it. Supposedly, it is from like some dwarf that came down here, and he marked it for some reason. You guys don't know. Like, he doesn't even know it's a dwarf, but he describes it as a really short, loud person. And you guys are like,
Probably a dwarf.
you guys are like, provincial racism. Must be a dwarf. Yeah, he describes like a series of landmarks. He says that your guys' journey will be made much more difficult in tracking this, so he prays that whatever it is at this location. The river itself, as you can tell on the map here, as given to you guys by the Triad camp, this is all mountainous terrain. There's a waterfall right here.
So it could potentially be
either
anywhere
down.
in the river.
He hopes it's at the waterfall or like down,
Stream.
like before you guys get to the waterfall. Because if so, then you guys will have a lot of trekking to do to get to the source, because this is all mountainous terrain.
And that makes life 50,000 times more difficult.
So that makes climbing up it would be a lot more annoying. But yeah, he says there is a waterfall there that you guys should go, or that you guys hopefully should not have to go up.
Does he know how tall the waterfall is?
This is 2 of this building. So it's like 6 stories plus some change, so like 3.5, so like 7 stories, maybe 8. So 80 feet,
Okay.
70 to 80 feet. So it's like 25 meters, something like that.
I believe I have a way to circumnavigate that obstacle. Should that be necessary?
I trust you with wide skills can do wide things.
Hmm.
You guys have any other questions?
I'm satisfied for now.
You guys can talk to him before you guys head out, either that tomorrow or the day after or whatever. So you guys can talk to one of the ladies, and then they'll go get him, and then blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I would maybe, because I think Garth is also intrigued by this, I would strike up some small talk about how they worship, and I would do that by describing how my own tribe used to worship, and then I'll tell him that I found a new path, new patron.
Yeah, Chuck is trying to religiously indoctrinate this conversation, huh?
Yeah, I'm just trying to mine information essentially.
Sunday school.
So I'm offering information about myself in the hopes that they will reveal more about what kind of worship they
Okay.
do.
Are you trained in religion?
No.
Okay, then make me a charisma check.
I give him guidance. You're not rolling great, I think.
No, you're not. It's great.
Bonus
Oh
one.
my
Yeah.
god.
I mean, I either roll really well or really shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems to be the trend, huh?
Please don't do that when we're climbing up a cliff, because you'll roll really well all the way up, and then the last check you're gonna fall off.
And then you'll
Bowling
roll
ball
all the
during
way
whole
down.
thing. Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna take a 5-minute break at that bad joke.
That was
Proud of
a
you,
good
but just
joke.
gonna
Shut
tame
up. That
thing
was
back.
good.
I also need to use the restroom, so I'll see you guys in 5 minutes.